Hey, Mr. Clash here, and today we're going to have a look at a why it failed and a how to beat it, because this is a Jack Sparrow base. Okay, so let's get into it. Firstly, what we'll do is we'll talk about the base itself. Being a Jack Sparrow base, it's an internet base. The link to the base build is in the description below if you want to check that out. So what we know here, and I didn't know this at the time, I only found out it was a Jack Sparrow base a little bit after. Otherwise, I probably would have done things a little bit differently. However, it doesn't matter. Okay, so those places are the big bombs, and here are the Teslas, and I think there's a spring trap here and here as well. Okay, and there might be a spring trap between here and possibly here. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just quickly run down my plan. My plan was to put a golem on this mortar with 3 wizards. Heavy storage, send a golem from here. Ideally, it goes on the inside. Get a couple of wizards on this straight away to get this down. Then to wall breaker in here. Now, I had considered that I might need to send a hog in onto this archer to get my wall breakers in. So just keep that in mind. Now, why here? So that and then put a jump spell over here, so that everything would path this way. And then my queen coming in through this hole, ideally, would take out the archer and the cannon. She wouldn't get the wizard, but the wizard wouldn't be an issue. And then she'd take this out as well, and she could probably reach across and take out the town hall. And all of this basically would be going down. This was my original plan. Then come in with the hogs on here into this area and onto the Teslas. Have a heal, and a heal. And I didn't know where the 4th big bomb was at the time. That was the plan. Okay, so having said all that, let's just get right into this, because we've got a lot to get through, and then we'll talk about the plan that won. So we're going to have a look at why it went wrong, where it went wrong, and why it went wrong. Okay, so we're just going to, there we go, the first golem, 3 wizards. Second golem, 2 wizards. Okay, so the storage will go down now. The queen is obviously a consideration for the wall breaker. So test wall breaker, beautiful. Little bombs have been triggered, no problem. Poison down, and okay. Oh geez, I dropped my wall breakers and went, oh bugger, I forgot my hog. I knew straight away. So I thought, that's okay. The king will aggro on the queen and shoot and bash through the wall. And the king decided he wasn't going to aggro on the queen. Okay, so now, the interesting thing with this jump spell is before I did the attack, I thought if I have a wall breaker fail, what will I need to do? I'll need to get the jump spell in. How will I place the jump spell? So I'd already predetermined where I would want to place the jump spell if I had a wall breaker fail. So that is something that should really be considered, what you're going to do if you have a wall breaker fail. Now my king's gone wandering. I thought, bugger. Okay, I've got to save the king. I had to save the king or save the queen. So what I thought was, I'm going to save the king, because my hog plan had initially talked about bringing in the hogs from the left, and now if I bring them in from the right, that was not considered. I didn't know where I really needed to place the heal spells at that point if I brought them in from the right. So here they all come in from the left. So the king is surviving. The queen, she's just gradually going to go down to what she goes down to. There you go. She's down to the archer has finally taken her down. So all of this hog stuff, it's all going pretty well. It's like I know where I need the heal spell, so I'll just speed this up a little bit. Okay, so that's predetermined where I need the heal spells. Great. And I thought, well, where's this other bomb? It's not there. Oh, they've all decided to run across it now. So now I'm still thinking, not too bad. I can still manage. And then the spring trap hit, and I was like, oh, now I'm in trouble. Okay, so now watch this wizard on the left-hand side. Just watch what he does. I've got 1 wizard up my sleeve, and I'm waiting for the wizard tower to zero in on something. The wizard on the left, he has decided he's going to walk around, which is fantastic, and I'm thinking, great. He'll walk around, take out the builder's hut, then he'll join the king. Now watch what he does. Oh my goodness, he's shooting a builder's hut. So don't be doing that, mate. All you had to do was walk around the corner. You would have joined the king. You could have gone down there. Now the wizard zeroed in on the king, so I immediately dropped my other wizard. Now watch what he does now. He walks towards the wizard and then decides to shoot the army camp. Okay, so now with the dead wizard, I've got no way to take out the hut. And my wizard up the top left, he's being an idiot, shooting a wall. He could have just walked around that wall and taken out the builder's hut, then come and join my king down the bottom. It would have been a 3-star. Now I'd like to attack this base again, but of course you can only attack it once. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at how it actually got done. Alright, so you just saw how I failed, and it was still salvageable at that point. With my hogs, with the hogs that I brought in, it was still a salvageable attack if the wizard had done something. If I hadn't dropped the right hand wizard and instead dropped that right hand wizard up onto the builder's hut, I just assumed the other wizard was coming over and I had to stop paying attention. But if I had dropped that right hand wizard onto the builder's hut at the top, both wizards would have pathed down with the king, and then they possibly would have both taken out that wizard tower, and it would have been a 3-star, albeit a close one. But anyway, now we're looking at a air attack. Now there are a few things to note. He's got one giant, and he does still want to come into the base, but he's got a golem as well. So let's just have a look. This is going to be a 1 golem go-ho onto this base. So if you can take out 1 air defense and that good portion, take out the CC and the queen, the 1 golem go-ho. Also notice the 2 Valkyries. Now that is something that I did in the hog attack, which is calling with the P.E.K.K.A., the hog P.E.K.K.A. thing, the Valkyrie assist. The 2 Valkyries to help assist take out a hero or just cause a little bit of extra damage. So just watch what he does here. He's going to drop the giant to distract on this archer tower. And as soon as that does, bang, he's dropped the wizards down onto that elixir. So the archer needs to be distracted so he can get the elixir done. Okay, so that's job done. Then he's got the heal for the golem. So the golem's going to take a lot of damage, but you put the heal on the golem. Test wall breakers gone down, everything's distracted, gets the other wall breakers down, boom, beautiful. Didn't need to worry about distracting an archer because it was out of range of those wall breakers. So where my plan was aimed to diagonally go across that whole face, which is why I wanted to break near the elixir, he's just breaking straight into where he really wants to go, because once the queen gets in there, it's not going to be an issue. She can take out the air defense, and the king's rage ability is still left. So now the queen has nowhere left to go because that funnel's been beautifully created. The healer was only there to keep the golem alive, to create a little bit of a super golem. Now that the queen's in the core, she'll path over and take out the air defense. So now you can come in with the balloon portion of the attack. Now there are certain known air bombs and things like that. Like I said, if you can check out the base build of this if you want to, you can see where the skelly traps have been placed and so on and so forth, but you don't need to because you can see them all popping here. So he's just coming around with those balloons and hounds coming in from that right hand side up to that 12 o'clock position, and by then the rest of the time is just for spells. Now you notice how he has a heal spell for the balloons over that really heavily defended area with the Tesla farm, and you had the wizards shooting in that area as well, and plus there was an air defense also. So that is this base wrecked. We're just waiting for the inevitable to happen. And check out the lava hound, still unpopped lava hound, which is pretty good, right? So 1 air defense down, 3 air defense up, and 3 lava hounds up. So we'll just speed that up. Now that you know what to look for, we're going to have a look at that again, just to the little bit of thought that went into bringing in certain troops to do certain specific tasks. And I've mentioned this before, if you need something done to create a funnel, you can't just... I tried to do the 2 things, like get the golem to path over. So there we go, having a look at the troops there. Now pay attention at this time to when he drops the Valkyries and how they assist in going into the base. So now you know what to look for. The giant will go down as a distraction to go over to the mortar. Now the reason he's done it over that way is so that it will actually live longer, because there is a possibility if he'd come in closer it was going to drag out the queen, then the queen would do some damage and it just wouldn't last as long. So the wall breakers have gone in. Here's the other wall breakers going in. Lovely. Okay, now the wizards come down on the left to create that funnel and wizard onto that gold mine. Now the Valkyries are coming in. Now the Valkyries are going to come in and they'll assist taking out the clan castle, which had witches and skeletons in it, and also now zeroed in over to the queen. At the very least, the queen gets distracted. Now she's got the poison for the clan castle doubled up and also acted as a poison to slow down the queen. So once this part is done, you can start sending in the troops. So the balloons are coming in, just nicely got the haste spells done. Now you'll notice with the haste spells that the lava hounds have already gone in before the haste spell has been placed in that case. So just lava hounds in, they're in fine. Now we're getting the haste spell in. The 2 more haste spells to try and get the balloons over to that area very quickly, and then the heal spell and the rage and the haste left over. So you've got the rage there and then heal. So they're raging up, so they're getting a lot of extra health and extra benefit, and then going straight into a heal, and whatever sickness they had as the balloons just healed nicely back up, just in ready to take on the air defense and the wizard all at once. Now that particular 3-in-1 pathing, you couldn't really predict that with any kind of certainty. The balloons were, by the time you'd already dropped your balloons, that wasn't really going to be predicted. But with the amount of rage and heal in that area, even if they'd sort of grouped up and moved around a little bit, with the lava hound there tanking, it was always going to be a 3-star. So that is how you 3-star this Jack Sparrow base, which I think, going by the base build, he actually put this out in November 2016. So it has been doing the rounds. It's almost a year old now. I don't know if he got it from somewhere else or if he made it up himself. It doesn't matter, but it's on the internet, and I'm sure that you will come across it in your own travels as well. So that is how to 3-star this Jack Sparrow base with a single golem Laloon attack, using the healer to make a semi-immortal golem, or about as immortal as you can make it. Okay, no, before we go, I've got the question of the day, or maybe it's you know what, it's a little bit of a thought for the day. Seeing as I did struggle pretty hard on the first fail, and I tried to salvage it, and I was really trying hard, and I just couldn't, I didn't bring it around, obviously. So the thought for the day is, no matter how hard you push the envelope, it will still be stationary. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching to the end. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.